A human named Ryan Hale, the only human in the tournament, stands shocked as the final opponent, a 10-foot armored warbeast, falls to the ground. Ryan didn't even want to fight. He only joined the tournament to earn enough credits to repair his ship and leave the alien empire forever. But now he has won. The Queen of the Empire rises from her golden throne. Her voice echoes across the arena. Champions, step forward. Claim your prize. Ryan thinks the prize is money, land, or a ship upgrade. Everyone in the stands watches him with strange, hungry excitement. But nobody tells him what the prize actually is. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The crowd in the Galactic arena roared like a storm. Thousands of alien voices echoed across the giant dome, shaking the metal floor beneath Ryan Hale's feet. Bright blue lights flashed above him, and huge holoscreens showed his face again and again. He still couldn't believe what had happened. He won. The final opponent, a massive armored warbeast with 4 arms and thick stone-like skin, lay defeated on the ground, unable to move. Ryan stood in the center of the arena, breathing heavily, sweat dripping down his forehead. His arms shook from exhaustion, and his ribs hurt with every breath. Ryan never wanted glory. He never wanted fame. He only joined the Galactic tournament for one simple reason: to earn enough credits to repair his broken ship and leave the alien empire forever. But now, he was the champion. The arena lights focused on him. Then a deep, commanding voice echoed from above. Champion of the Empire, step forward. Ryan turned his head upward. At the highest balcony sat the Queen of the Valari Empire, her silver-gold robes shining like sunlight. Her long crown floated slightly above her head, glowing with an inner blue light. The entire arena fell silent. A guard nudged Ryan. Go. The Queen summons you. Ryan swallowed hard and followed the guards toward a glowing passageway. As the door closed behind him, he felt the noise of the arena vanish, replaced by a cold, tense silence. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. He expected someone to give him credits, maybe a trophy. But instead, a full escort of elite soldiers surrounded him. Their armor glowed with purple energy lines, and none of them spoke. Every time he tried to ask a question, they only said, "You will learn soon, human." This only made Ryan more nervous. Inside the crystal hallways, the guards led him through long corridors made of smooth blue crystal. The walls shimmered with floating symbols Ryan couldn't read. His footsteps echoed loudly in the empty hall. While walking, he overheard 2 guards whispering behind him. Is he really the one? It is what the Queen believes. Ryan frowned. The one for what? Another guard at the front whispered. No one else survived her tests. Maybe the human will. Ryan felt a cold sweat forming on his neck. Tests. Survived. What did any of this have to do with the tournament? The strange warning. Eventually, they reached a quiet chamber where a medic waited. She was a small alien woman named Tara, with soft green skin and gentle eyes. She scanned Ryan with a floating medical device. You fought well, human, she said softly. Ryan finally spoke out, frustrated. Can someone tell me what the prize of the tournament is? Why is everyone acting so strange? Tara hesitated. She looked at the guards, then back at Ryan. I cannot speak fully, she whispered. But some prizes change a person's whole life. My whole life, Ryan repeated, confused. All I want is ship repair money. She shook her head slowly. You won much more than that. What did I win? Ryan pressed. Tara glanced around nervously, then whispered the one thing she wasn't supposed to reveal. The Queen's daughter has been searching for a mate for years. Ryan blinked. What does that have to do with me? Tara quickly looked away. I have already said too much. Before Ryan could ask again, the chamber doors opened. The royal throne room. The guards led Ryan into a massive throne room unlike anything he had seen. The ceiling stretched hundreds of feet high. Golden pillars held floating lights that formed shifting patterns in the air. Dozens of nobles and soldiers stood on each side, watching Ryan with curious and excited eyes. At the center of the room stood 2 thrones. On the larger throne sat the queen. She watched Ryan with intense, unreadable eyes. On the smaller throne beside her sat Princess Kayla. Ryan froze. Kayla was tall, elegant, and terrifyingly beautiful in an alien way. Her skin was silver blue, smooth like polished metal. Her long hair glowed softly, flowing like strands of light. Her eyes had no pupils, only bright rings of energy that moved as she studied him. Ryan bowed awkwardly. "Your Majesty, I don't know what to say." "Do not speak yet," the queen said calmly. The entire hall fell silent. Ryan felt his heart beating hard in his chest. Something big was about to happen. The queen stood and stepped forward. Her voice echoed like thunder. "Human champion, you have won the Galactic tournament. And with victory, you have earned the greatest honor of our empire." Ryan waited, expecting wealth, land, maybe a medal. Instead, the queen continued. "By ancient tradition, the champion shall marry the royal heir." Ryan felt the world freeze around him. The hall gasped. Nobles leaned forward in excitement. Some aliens whispered, "It is true. He will be the chosen mate." Ryan stared, unable to speak. The queen raised her hand toward Kayla. "You will marry my daughter, Princess Kayla." Ryan's mouth fell open. "What?" Kayla slowly stood and walked down the steps toward him. Her movements were graceful, almost hypnotic. She stopped right in front of him, close enough that he could feel the gentle heat coming from her glowing skin. She reached out and touched his cheek with the back of her hand. Her voice was soft but powerful. "Do not be afraid, human. I have watched you since the first round. You fight with heart, not arrogance." Ryan couldn't breathe. She smiled, a small, mysterious smile. "I chose you the moment you lifted that sword." Ryan stepped back, shocked. "But I didn't know the prize was a bond," the queen finished. "A marriage. A future beside the royal heir." Ryan looked around the hall, every alien watching him, waiting. When he finally spoke, his voice trembled. I didn't agree to this." Gasps filled the room. Guards tightened their grips on their weapons. The queen's eyes narrowed slightly. Kayla, however, remained calm. She leaned closer and whispered, "Whether you accept it or not, your life changed the moment you won." Ryan felt trapped between duty and fear as the hall grew silent. The fate of a human, marrying an alien princess, and becoming part of an empire he never wanted, had just begun. Ryan stood frozen in the throne room, surrounded by hundreds of alien nobles. Their glowing eyes watched his every move. The queen had just announced his marriage to Princess Kayla, something he never agreed to, never asked for, and never imagined. He felt the world spinning around him. I can't," Ryan said quietly. Silence struck the hall. The nobles gasped. Some whispered. A few guards stepped forward with hands on their weapons. Rejecting the royal family was a dangerous thing here. The queen's voice was sharp and cold. "Human champion, do you refuse the highest honor of our empire?" Ryan opened his mouth, but Princess Kayla lifted her hand. "Mother, allow him to speak freely." The queen hesitated, then slowly nodded. Kayla turned to Ryan, her glowing eyes softer than before. "Say what is in your heart, human." Ryan took a shaky breath. "I don't even know you. I never expected this. I just wanted money to fix my ship. Marriages, it's too big. Too fast." For a moment Kayla said nothing. Then her lips curved into a faint, unreadable smile. "You are brave to say that in front of my mother. Most warriors would beg for this position." "I'm not most warriors," Ryan replied. "No," Kayla said softly. "You are not." Kayla takes Ryan away. The queen ordered the hall to be cleared. Guards escorted the nobles out. Only Ryan, the queen, and Kayla remained. The queen spoke with calm authority. Tradition binds us, human. The tournament was created to find a mate strong enough for the royal line. Ryan frowned. Why me? I'm not special. You defeated enemies who have trained since birth, the queen replied. You showed courage without arrogance. That is what my daughter needs. Kayla stepped closer. Come with me. We will talk privately. Ryan hesitated but followed her through a hidden exit behind the throne. The garden of floating stars. Kayla led him into a quiet garden filled with trees that glowed like tiny galaxies. Small star-like lights floated around them, drifting like fireflies. Ryan stared in awe. This place is beautiful. It was my father's garden, Kayla said. A place of truth. No lies are spoken here. They sat near a floating fountain. Kayla watched Ryan carefully. You fear this marriage? Ryan nodded. Of course I do. I don't know you. I don't know your world. I'm just a mechanic. You are also a warrior, Kayla corrected. And warriors are rare who fight with both heart and honor. Ryan looked down. Why me? Out of every alien in your empire. Kayla leaned forward slightly. For years, I rejected every suitor. They wanted power, not love. They wanted my bloodline, not my heart. Her voice softened. But when I watched you fight, I saw something different. A human who never gives up, even against impossible odds. Ryan didn't know what to say. Kayla stood and offered her hand. Walk with me. The attack on the palace. Before they could take a step, the ground shook violently. Boom! A loud explosion echoed through the palace. The floating lights flickered. Alarm sirens blared. A guard ran into the garden. Princess! The rebels have breached the palace. Kayla's expression hardened at once. Get Ryan to safety, she ordered. No, Ryan said quickly. I'm not running. What's happening? The guard shouted over the alarms. A rebel faction rejects the idea of a human marrying the royal heir. They want the tournament to be undone. They are coming to kill him. Ryan froze. Kill him? For winning a tournament. Kayla grabbed his wrist. Come! Running through the chaos. They raced through the palace corridors as explosions shook the walls. Guards were fighting rebel soldiers everywhere. Beams of blue energy flying through the air. Ryan ducked as a blast hit the wall beside him. Why are they doing this? He yelled. Kayla answered while running. Some hate humans. They think my husband must be a pure-blood warrior. Ryan almost tripped. Husband? I didn't even say yes yet. Kayla smirked slightly. You are still alive. That means the choice remains. Another explosion rocked the hall. Kayla pulled him through a side door and sealed it. This way, she said. We must reach the royal vault. What's in the vault? Ryan asked. A weapon and the truth. Inside the royal vault. The vault door opened when Kayla placed her hand on a glowing panel. Inside was a massive room filled with ancient armor, relics, and weapons. At the center stood a pedestal holding a long, glowing spear. The weapon hummed with strange energy. Ryan stared. What is that? Kayla stepped toward it. This is the spear of Valera. It chooses only one master, the one worthy of the royal bloodline's trust. Ryan blinked. You're not saying? Kayla nodded. Yes. Only my true mate can wield it. Ryan stepped back. No way. I didn't sign up for. Suddenly, the vault door exploded inward. Rebels stormed in, their weapons raised. Kayla grabbed Ryan's arm. Touch the spear. What? Why me? Because if it chooses you, we live. Ryan ran toward the pedestal as the rebels fired energy blasts. Kayla shielded him with a force barrier. Ryan grabbed the spear. And the entire vault lit up. The weapon glowed brighter and brighter, humming like a heartbeat. Symbols appeared along its shaft, glowing in the same blue energy as Kayla's eyes. Kayla gasped softly. It chose you. Ryan lifted the spear. Felt weightless like it was alive. He turned toward the rebels. Okay, Ryan muttered. Let's see what this thing can do. Ryan's first battle with the spear. The rebels fired again. Ryan swung the spear instinctively. A wave of energy burst out, knocking the rebels across the room. Ryan stared at the weapon in shock. I didn't mean to do that. Kayla smirked. Good. Do it again. Together, they fought their way out of the vault. Ryan striking with powerful bursts of energy, Kayla guiding him and fighting beside him with her own glowing blades. For the first time, Ryan didn't feel like a mechanic or a confused outsider. He felt like a warrior, defending the queen. They burst into the throne room where the queen was under attack. Ryan leaped forward and unleashed a wave of light that sent the rebels flying out the windows. The queen looked at him with new respect. You protected my empire, she said. Ryan caught his breath. Yeah, I guess I did. Kayla stepped beside him. Mother. The spear chose him. The queen stared at Ryan. Then the decision is made. Ryan's choice. Kayla turned to him. You fought for me. For my people. Will you fight beside me for the rest of your life? Ryan looked at her. Tired, glowing, fierce, and strangely beautiful. He thought about everything. The arena, the danger, the spear, the rebels, the strange fate that brought him here. Finally he smiled softly. I still don't understand everything. But I won't run away. Kayla stepped closer. Is that a yes? Ryan nodded. Yes. Kayla touched his hand gently. Then we begin a new future, human. The queen raised her staff. I announce the union of Princess Kayla and Ryan Hale, champion of the Empire. The hall filled with light. Ryan stood tall. No longer just a human visitor, but the future prince of an alien empire. Indy.